This episode brought to you by Guffman. I don't think he's showing up.
Hey everybody, we're watching Waiting for Guffman and you're listening to Miscast Commentary. Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
I just stole the ability for him to have a drink.
I was like, oh no, we're on.
And that's improvising, folks. So, today we are covering the first in the Christopher Guest kind of trilogy of improv movies. I'm very excited about this.
Me too.
one.
I don't know if I've seen this one, actually.
That is very exciting. Well, it's sad to me if you haven't, but I'm excited nonetheless. So we might as well do this thing the only way we know how, and that is to theoretically press play. There we go. We did it. And, okay, we are indeed hearing it. That's good news.
Oh, neato.
I was concerned that we weren't going to hear it. And, yeah, we have a brand new setup here. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, you'll see we've got new mics. We have the beacon mics, and I didn't change my color. There we go. I was gonna make it so we had.
I had to slam it, man. I'm thirsty.
There we go. So for people who aren't familiar with these movies, Christopher Guest directs them and he co-writes them in quotes with Eugene Levy. Basically what they do is they write a storyline and they write backstories on the characters and all that stuff. They give that to the actors and then the actors just go. And so they know in each scene what they're supposed to accomplish, but they're not given any script whatsoever. And then they just work through, and then you get like classics like this shit.
This totally looks like Godrich.
I know.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's small. It's
Where do you see everybody here? Oh, here we go.
There's Larry Miller right off the bat. There's so many.
I love that guy.
Just geniuses. There's Michael Hitchcock. I love just the idea, like these guys just monkeying around with this, and this is just an improv scene. Like the people they hire for these movies are flat out geniuses.
Wasn't he the asshole in like the Nutty Professor?
Yes.
In the Nutty Professor 2, does he not get raped by a giant rodent?
Yes, it flies. Well, it's not that he's
like
raped.
That.
It gets shot up his ass.
It is No, it's not. He gets raped.
Oh, does he? I don't know.
That's what a movie's supposed to be funny, huh?
Yeah, he actually grabs a paw full of axle grease like in Oz.
So what's the deal here? Like they're putting on a show or something?
So yeah, basically they're celebrating the 150th anniversary of Blaine, Missouri, and they're going to put on a show and just the whole kind of fair and everything around it, and that's kind of the beginnings and ends of it. So this is actually a really interesting thing. So this is going to be somebody you recognize right away. So this is Don Lake. He was on Super Dave Osborne back in the day.
Glands.
That was his name. That's his character's name in Super Dave Osborne. Dave Osborne was not his real name.
What?
I know, right? But yeah, so he was hired to do this movie, and initially he was actually playing the principal of the high school where the play is shot. Or where the play is held. But the problem was that they cut all his scenes out, but they love him so much. So they gave him another role. And it is this role. So they shot this after the movie was all said and done. So when you actually see him at the play later, he's actually there as the principal of the high school.
Right.
So it's just obviously he doesn't mention it.
Yeah.
So it works out. But Don Lake,
this friggin' thing was like, it took him a year and a half to edit it down or something?
Yeah, they shot 6 hours of footage for this hour and 20 some odd minute movie. And it took him a year and a half of Christopher Guest and his editor knocking this down. This is Deborah Thieker, who reminds me a lot of Joan Cusack. I get a huge Joan Cusack vibe from this woman.
I get a Sean Young vibe.
Ooh, yeah, I see that.
That's what I'm getting here. Did you get the idea to watch this movie because of Murderville?
No, actually, I had been wanting. This was on a short list of movies we were going to do a little while ago, just because it was under the hour and a half.
Right.
And then it kind of just got stuck in my head that I wanted to do it. So here's right off the bat, Christopher Guest, man. Christopher Guest is the only one who goes full character every one of the movies. He's a completely different person. Like Eugene Levy is just Eugene Levy, but like Christopher Guest is just one of my absolute comedy heroes. Like between like Spinal Tap and these movies.
Corky St. Clair.
Great name. Just the outfit, like they go all in because like that's his haircut. He had to live like this for the entire time they were shooting.
No, you know
this
who had to
movie,
live with
you know
it?
what I mean?
Jamie Lee Curtis. That's who. That's who had to live with it.
She lived with it all right. Good God.
They're still together, right?
They are still together, yes.
I wonder if he's like funny and real. I bet you he seems like, well, because apparently what's his name's a fucking asshole.
Who's what?
Mustache. He's not. He was in Spinal Tap. He's on The Simpsons. What the fuck is his name?
Harry Shearer.
Harry Shearer. Apparently, Harry Shearer is an asshole.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I don't think being married to Jamie Lee Curtis, you could be an asshole.
No. I think who he is, I think he's very similar to what like Conan is, where he's very serious about comedy.
Right. He's
Whereas,
serious
like,
about
this is
the
a serious
funny
business, and he makes it funny. So I'm sure like he's stressed about making this shit and whatever, but I'm sure like, you know, having fun and doing all this other stuff. So, like, I love this because this was the best idea for them for their reshoots. Is they basically he's doing all of the appropriate like backstory and exposition, because all of the things he's talking about are things that happen in the play later. So it gives it a little bit more a little context when they get there. So you're just like, what the hell are they talking about? Stools?
The stool boom.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Stool capital. Hey!
Absolute genius. The late, great Fred Willard and the not late and still great Catherine O'Hara.
Right, man. She's been in so much shit. She's so good.
If I had the opportunity to meet her, I would lose my goddamn mind. That was Backdraft the musical that they did. He's wearing a Judy Tenuta t-shirt. I love his voice in this. This is not, of all of the ones, this is actually not my favorite one. I think Best in Show is my favorite one overall. And I think that my favorite characters are all in A Mighty Wind, because everybody in A Mighty Wind is fucking nuts.
Totally.
Whereas like this one, most people are fairly normal. And the other one, everybody's like, this just like, I don't know. It's good. Like it's everyman kind of thing. But in A Mighty Wind, everybody's got something so deeply wrong with them.
This plane that he put on.
Yeah.
They pumped smoke through the vents so that people thought the place was on fire. I
love that they're the travel agents who are the star of all of Corky's plays in town.
I love these two people so much.
He is one of the
He's so fucking
he is
killer.
one of the most like he is a samurai of improvisers.
I know, he's so funny.
Like you have to be like there's no chance that somebody who's okay at improv could go up with him, because like he would do your best to kind of make you funny, but he's just such a steamroller when it comes to just being funny, right? Oh, this is great. Tell them why. You can tell him. Look how young he looks in this too.
He had his tubes tied.
Yeah, no. It's better than that. And then boom, Parker Posey.
Parker Posey.
She was somebody who among the group did not have as much improv experience,
I guess,
as
she's
the
way
others.
younger than everybody.
Well, on top of that, but like she also didn't come up in like the Groundlings or Second City or anything like that, right? So where everybody else is of that world. Yeah, and I mean, people, again, who don't know Christopher Guest that well, he was obviously one of the members of Spinal Tap as well. That is also a heavily improvised movie, and actually there's a lot of Spinal Tap connections to this one that we'll get into when the time is appropriate.
At the appropriate time. I find it so weird. Sorry, I'm getting used to this new microphone.
We can't hear
everything properly.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't hear our own voices immediately. Okay, so here's what I wanted to talk about.
Hey, is this David Cross?
This is David Cross, and I happened to tweet at him today. And I tweeted the following thing. David, I'm about to do a podcast episode about Waiting for Guffman. Anything you want to share about being in the film? Now, I know that what you're thinking, and of course this isn't the time or the place, yet here we are. He responded.
No way!
I did it all in Spanish, and it was dubbed in English much later. That's his response.
No shit!
Yes, so see, there it is right there.
Yeah,
I'll put
prove
it
it
up.
to me, you fucking liar. Oh my God! You actually just spoke to him.
Yes.
You spoke with David Cross. We're watching on TV right now.
He gave
that
me.
makes you like, you know, when they say you're like town name in a movie.
Yes. I'm the new co-host of Mr. Show.
Oh, here he is.
Here's Eugene.
Oh, here he is.
The genius at work, man. God, he's got the most expressive face in human history. It's episode.
So it's all the people that at their jobs and they're going to be in this play.
Yeah, it's just community theater, right? But it becomes like the biggest thing ever.
He's been in lots of shit too over the years.
Oh my God.
Him and Catherine O'Hara always found themselves in something.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like, and he was all over the map too, because he was in addition, like he was in like what, Black Christmas and like he like all sorts of shit like that, right?
American Pie.
Well, yeah,
I see him in like American Pie like 3 or 4 too. He was like, still, I was like, buddy, get that paycheck, baby.
Hell yeah. Once he had no, like, because that movie he had no business being in because his son was no longer in the movies. And he's just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm here.
Yeah,
like,
oh, exactly. He's like, why am I hanging around Stifler's house? I don't know.
It's like when Screech showed up in Saved by the Bell, the new class. It's like, what do you do here? Oh, I work for the principal. Why? That's never been a job. He's like, don't worry about it.
I hope you're hiring for an entire squad because we're a team hire.
Yeah.
There's 9 of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
The principal's got to come too, so you need like to give him like you know, something fucking.
I love how proud he is of himself. That's like you tell anybody who kind of like shits on Canadian comedy and then doesn't recognize SCTV as being the biggest juggernaut of people. Like,
oh
ever.
My God, yes.
Like, say what you will about the first series of SNL, but how many of those people are gigantic currently?
Oh, big time.
It's like,
that must have been such a. You know, it took me like forever to actually learn that. You know, because it wasn't my time period. Was that they were only all there for like one. This is a pure skill right here.
Yeah. So there's actually somebody missing from this. There's somebody in a deleted scene. So we already saw David Cross. Bob Odenkirk was actually in this scene singing like opera. As an audition. So these auditions too, these people, I know. All these people prepared these completely separately from Christopher Guest. And Christopher Guest was seeing them for the first time here.
Oh, really?
So it's like sometimes like that guy, they told him what to do. And then he went off and just did what he was going to do.
Like I just like talking about a real conversation he had with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I fucked his wife, like what?
You fucked my No, he was doing the Raging Bull.
Oh.
You fucked my wife? Where do you get the balls? Bob Balaban, he's always the perfect person for. He's in all the Christopher Guest
He's so deadpan and so good.
See, I wasn't even aware because like he was in Seinfeld was the first place I saw him in as the NBC executive.
Look at the shape of his glasses. Like what the hell's going on there?
Yeah, they're interesting.
Oh, there she is. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a hot little tart wandering around.
Of course you do.
That's why they got Eugene.
I like it too because she's the exact right kind of towny hot girl. She's the hottest girl in this town, but it would be like a New York 6 kind of thing. Not because she's unattractive, just because she's so fucking awkward.
Well, that's how New York is, okay?
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Nah.
Oh my God. You give her a New York 6. Oh my God. What about Gypsy Queen here? What is she? What New York? What is she?
Oh, she's not allowed in New York. I love these outfits.
Fucking like the what are they, like windbreakers or whatever.
I always love the concept of these two meeting each other. I was like, I want them to just break character. Go, we've known each other for 25 years
because they didn't have that conversation before they started filming.
No,
they did not say that like at all to each other.
No, this is them just ragging on.
They're so in character that this is the first time they saw each other.
No, well, that's obviously
set,
the point,
right? Yeah.
Well, and they don't spend as much time. But that was a good example of one of the times that Fred Willard just kind of went off. He was just boom, joke. It's like when when Mike Tyson would land a really big punch and just like the guy would just drop
right
and he'd go. That's Fred Willard. Oh my god, the glasses too, eh? I know, like he requires glasses, but he picks very specific weird glasses.
Well,
for his
yeah,
roles
come
in
on, they're
this.
character glasses, bud.
Yes.
He's probably got a whole closet full of them.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Like my character wigs. I like to wig it up.
I'd like to think that you're not actually working on a boat.
Oh.
You are Fletch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I now that I've gotten my first tattoo,
Yes.
I literally have been watching way too much Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh fuck.
And I'm literally thinking about getting a tattoo on my skull.
Why?
Your hair still grows.
Yeah, no, I
You
know.
can still grow your hair over it.
But then what's the point?
I was thinking it would be cool to be a bullseye. For when like the tech war happens.
For when the tech war,
You know?
that puts you at a disadvantage.
Like when I know, just like as a joke. I don't give a shit. But it'll be hilarious. They're like, oh, there's one. Look. They'll all laugh. Look at this guy.
Oh my
God. Nobody wants to live during the tech war anyways. Didn't you read that book from that it was almost like
it was William Shatner's book.
Exactly, yes.
Tech war. God,
that's the future right there, bud.
I do. I remember, what was that in The Simpsons when they had like they only had the banned books at that school or something? And it was like Tech War was one of the books.
Tech War.
I love that.
Anything by L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah.
How I see. You know what? Now that I haven't seen him in a long time.
Who, L. Ron Hubbard?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he has not been around much.
Ever since what's her name ran out of shit to talk about, I haven't heard anything about Scientology. Like, are they still fucking going? Like,
no.
what?
Yeah, no, I hear their thing.
What's her name? Leah Remini.
Yeah.
Kevin James' ex-wife.
Yeah. There's. That's a good way of putting her. I personally, I put her as one of the living dolls,
She's
which was
beauty.
that spin-off, which was the spin-off to Who's the Boss? You remember that?
I do not.
Oh my god.
Living dolls?
Do you remember back in the late 80s when they would start doing spin-off? It wasn't like say like where Family Matters is a spin-off of Perfect Strangers because
okay. Is it?
Because
There's a crossover character.
The wife was the elevator operator at the Chronicle,
right,
where they worked, and then but she was the same character, and then it carried over. So this was one of those ones where they just brought in brand new characters, and then there was an episode all about that ends up being another show.
Right.
So the episode was that Samantha's friend from Brooklyn comes to visit them, and she's staying there for a while, and then you find out she actually ran away because she's got like negligent parents or whatever, and then she ends up being like taken to live with models. She's like, "You're very pretty. I have a house full of models. You should come live with us."
Oh yeah, that's how I get all the girls.
It's so ridiculous.
So you're crying at the bus stop, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like you might be abandoned and alone. Maybe I'm the only person that's here for you, you know? Maybe you come back to my model house.
That's kind of what it was like, and it was really fucking scary. But there was so many of those, like what's it called? Married with Children had some of those. He had that one with the guy who ended up being the dad, and I think he ended up being the dad in that other like that Married with Children ripoff with like E from Entourage. And,
right.
But and then not Joey Lawrence, Jesus. Matt LeBlanc played his son in that. The very young Matt LeBlanc was his son, but it was a spin-off too.
Right.
Because like Al was in a scene.
I don't remember, like, I'm gonna have to look this up.
Oh, dude.
Maybe once I see it, it'll like re-jog the...
You'll remember it immediately, and then you'll just go, how does this count as a spin-off to the... They literally just did a pilot for Who's the Boss, or for this show within Who's the Boss, and then they just happen to have a couple of people walk in and go, hey, I'm from Who's the Boss. That counts out. Like Samantha's in the whole episode and Tony's in a chunk of it, but most people weren't really around.
That's like so fucked up, eh?
What about pantyhose? I love the idea because with him as director too, he can literally just sit down at a camera. Like I feel like he's doing this in the middle of the night by himself. Just like he's like, all right, I've shot everybody else's shit. I'm gonna just go work out my stuff now.
I was just thinking, this looks like the cheapest movie ever made.
Oh yeah. It cost about $4 million to make.
Yeah.
And it made under $3 million worldwide. It didn't really go anywhere worldwide.
Right.
It was pretty much all domestic. But there's Paul Dooley. If you don't know him, he was the dad in 16 Candles. He's in tons of other shit though. But that's probably the thing people know him from most. But yeah, it didn't make its money back. But this was also like one of those limited release deals.
Right.
And stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be like,
crushed. when it came out on video.
Right. A lot of movies did that. Good old video, eh?
Yeah.
Because it's to come off the movies now. And then I was like, okay, well, let me check it out on VHS. I can rent 3 movies.
Yeah. He got probed individually by
I said, he's talking about being abducted by the aliens that showed up.
I love this. That ship. I like that they brought him in. He's in this scene. Yeah. Oh, God, this one's good.
Where are they? In some fake town or what?
Yeah, it's Blaine, Missouri.
Yeah.
And yeah, the whole thing is about like them it's really funny because like they built this huge backstory about Blaine. And so here's him actually coming up with some of the that's him coming up with the dance moves for this historical thing.
Are his pants on backwards?
Yes, they are on backwards.
Is he crisscrossing right now?
He is crisscrossing.
Like so fucked up with his pants on backwards.
So here we go. The first rehearsal. So basically the idea that was going to happen with Don Lake is every time they were trying to rehearse is that the basketball team would come in and interrupt them because it was like they were kind of like at odds with the high school principal because they were trying to use the gym and they kept having to leave.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, this is the perfect. I like because like she's got such a like Midwestern accent in this for a Missouri for like.
Who is this chick again?
Oh, her name escapes me. Hold on, I'll find it.
The fuck, eh?
Yeah, this is essentially the entire cast for this whole like play that they're doing. I gotta find her name now. God damn it!
I love this like little slice of life, you know, where these like people.
Linda Cash was her name, and she was in. She's in Man of the Year. She's also in Best in Show, Cinderella Man. She's in a bunch of stuff. You get it. It's funny because this reminds me, like we didn't
tells the joke again.
We didn't do like this kind of weird like exercise stuff when we were doing theater, but it's like the general feel. It was very familiar to me. It was like.
Have they even gotten their scripts yet? Like, have they? They're just running through some early exercises, get the bugs out, you know, get the trust.
Yeah, exactly. It's essentially what they're doing right now. So that's the only thing, though. The only thing not improvised in this is the play that they do. So they were legitimately nervous because they performed the play for real in front of those people. And like, so they were like, oh God, do we have our lines? Do we have this? Like it was them doing live theater in the middle of an improv
show.
Yeah. The original cut of this movie, just the play was over 40 minutes.
No shit.
So there's a ton, if you have the DVD or whatever, ton of cut scenes. It's mostly like they've cut entire songs out of the play and stuff like that, just to kind of speed it up.
Man, that would be a good like behind the scenes DVD.
It's really good
with 85 hours of extra content.
There's a ton of stuff. Well, because there's full on extra improvised scenes and stuff like that. This is a good one.
Yes, I can see this being me, like in 10 years
if you save up.
Hey!
So anybody who doesn't know,
fart.
Yeah. So anybody who doesn't know this guy, this is I just lost his name because you did that to me. This is Louis Arquette. This is the father of Rosanna, Patricia, David, and Alexis Arquette, and the son of Cliff Arquette, who was Charlie Weaver back in like the 50s and stuff like that. That was his character that he did. It was a musician character or whatever, and he was on Jack Parr and like every basic like variety show of the 50s. And you actually see when at the end of the movie, I'm producing so much saliva today. I gotta keep swallowing.
Ooh, Mr. Swallows.
There it is. But at the end, when you see Corky, you actually see a Charlie Weaver thing in the background. That was a little something for him.
Oh, he wants him. He knows who he's looking for.
Oh, yeah. So,
Johnny Savage.
So him and Parker Posey are in Scream 3 together. I don't even know who he is in Scream 3. I just know he's in it. Yeah.
Maybe he's Ghostface.
Ghostface Killer?
Ghostface Killer. Oh, there's Bunny.
There's Bunny. Brian Doyle Murray. I talked to your brother once. I'm so cool.
You did?
Yeah, it's not Bill. His other brother.
Oh, yeah, he's totally. I never. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. You didn't realize that was Bill Murray's
no, not until this very moment. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, that just is Bill Murray with a beard. Like, he's his older brother. I like he's just judging the weird homo that just came in. There's something so extra funny to me though, because like it's a very dry, low key humor through this whole one, and I think again that's probably why I like the other ones, because the other ones hit you a lot harder. Like
right.
everybody's going all out with like story and stuff like that constantly. I love this. You say, and they say, I feel like there's a storyline they didn't explore here, where it was like him, like in love with him, and that's the only reason.
Oh, he was in love with this guy. Yeah. That's what I thought was going on here. He's trying to pick him up, so we put him in the show.
Yeah, he sort of did.
That's
the idea. He's got his suspenders. Yeah. Oh, is this? I'm trying to remember if they're going to talk about the one thing, because they did a goddamn genius thing here. How makes me miss theater so bad. They're at the auto shop now.
Well, yeah, you know, you gotta move into the space, and you gotta do space. Yeah. This will bring people in.
Yeah. So you can actually see that Eugene Levy's in the back there. I guess he would break down laughing every time he saw Christopher Guest try to do the dances. Right. So they're like, just get him in the back so he can't see him. So he's literally hiding behind everybody to make sure.
Oh yeah, because the great stool explosion of.
Well, I like this too because you know that this would be a real like kind of fan service thing for the town. They would eat this up. They'd be like, yeah, stools. My grandpa worked at the stool factory.
I think buddy's just like very slowly painting something in the background, like so unbelievably slowly.
That's somebody who's eating up his extra work.
Oh yeah.
I love how quiet
that's the sailor way.
Yeah. I gotta adjust here.
They probably didn't go like so far out with the characters here to try and make them seem kind of real.
Yeah,
to seem like more real than, you know, like a caricature of a person or like.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
This guy definitely looks like he's been in some like one of them shitty ones I've seen recently.
Yeah.
And by shitty, I mean amazing.
Now, let's look him up too, because I there were certain people I didn't really, because most of the cast are people we've dealt with, and I'm just kind of like, we're fine. And then I didn't think about some people, and I apologize. I don't really apologize. I don't care that much. But
he's talked to David Cross.
Yeah,
he is above everyone now.
I'm all set, thanks.
That is so fucking awesome that he actually answered. Like,
yeah, and within like seconds. I messaged him and then I went back and then I went back into Twitter and then all of a sudden it was there. I'm like, oh, there you go, I guess. So yeah, he was in The Last Days of Disco. He's in Scream 3. He was in...
Maybe he's just like one of the kids like at the dance party they have or some shit.
Whoa, what's going on with his age then?
Did the new Scream come out?
Sense. It says he's in additional crew for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But The Good, and the Bad, and the Ugly came out 6 years before he was born. So I'm going to say that that's not true.
That guy's really good at his job. Yeah. Wow.
He was in things like Dollhouse and Grimm. What else? Jekyll. That's this movie in which he starred. Snow Globe. Good God. The Thirst. Oh, he was in Masters of Horror though. All right, so he has a jobs. Congratulations on your job, Matt Kiesler. Peking, where they make the ducks. I love the idea of them going for like, you know, quote unquote like ethnic food in Missouri.
He's like, they're married, right?
Yeah, in this they're married.
And
yes.
that's his wife, yeah. Eugene Levy's wife.
I like that she's drunk as shit here, and she's got the wave.
Yeah, she's got the total.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's loaded.
Yeah, she's doing great. I like that she's the one embarrassing him in this one. Girl talk.
Uh-oh.
The surgery. We're gonna find out what the surgery is now. Well, that's very nice.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
This story like is like,
yeah.
What if they like chopped his penis off or something and now he's
Oh.
Don't say it.
No, it's right here. Waits for the waiter to come down to drop that.
When did you get your vagina enlarged?
You're a medical man. He's a dentist.
Just like whips it out at the dinner table.
So this is an interesting thing. So this is the whole waiting for Guffman thing of this. I'm assuming.
This is Guffman.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they use the name Guffman because instead of using MacGuffin, like he is the MacGuffin of this movie, like the briefcase in Pulp Fiction or whatever, right?
Do you ever get to see Guffman? It should show up as John Candy.
You never see him. That would be very funny. Mort Guffman, MacGuffin.
Mort Guffman.
Yeah.
Well, how about that?
So I like this though. This is such a like. Think about what he's actually getting here.
Yeah, right.
This awful theater thing.
The fuck, like, that reminds me of when we did in school. They had like lip sync competition, and like a bunch of us. I don't know if you were there or not. What school I was in here. And we did like go ninja, go ninja.
Oh, that was me.
And I had found, or somebody found a piece of paper on the ground with like the who was going that day.
Yeah.
And it was I misunderstood. I thought it was me that found it. Maybe it was somebody else.
I don't remember.
The first thing was our name, which was I think Totally Tubular.
Yes.
Which is the coolest name ever.
Yeah, we nailed it.
And I remember being like, oh, we got this, guys. Like, we so got it. And because I saw our names at the top of this piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I was like, that means we're the number. Like, we got it. And thank God we didn't win. Because even just remembering that performance to try out for the thing was embarrassing enough.
I know the name of the person who won that competition and the song that she did. That's how much I remember that day.
Okay, wait a second.
Her name
I was probably so devastated that we didn't get in that I don't give a fuck.
Her name was Galena. I don't know if you remember her. And the song she did was Bust a Move, and she was wearing like the whole jumpsuit, and she did Bust a Move, and she crushed. She was a very kind of shy, meek person. She was a very tall girl. She was like on the basketball team and all that.
Yep.
She was a very tall girl, and she was very kind of like shy and whatever, and then went out there by herself and achieved something that all of the people who kind of consider themselves to be the most confident and whatever. We just ran around and just literally went go ninja go for 3 minutes and then sat down. Don't get me wrong, it was fire, but
it was pure fire. Like, oh, I thank God. Yeah. I remember seeing the performances too. I don't remember anyone particularly, but once you say that, I do remember the girl actually.
I'm just glad we weren't typecast after that.
And I know. It's the gorgeous dudes that can dance. Ladies love that shit.
Yeah.
That's probably why they didn't put us, because they knew. They were like, if they put these hunks of man, I know Taylor was there.
Yeah.
Can't remember who else.
Yeah.
I just love you because I literally remember, like, doing the words to the song and doing like a spin. And then as I spun, being like, oh my God, like, what have I just done? And then looking over and Taylor's just like grooving. Yeah. He's just like sitting there, I think he was pretending to play an instrument or something. And he's essentially just sitting there, like just grooving, like as if he was in a car next to the, like that tune.
I'm still haunted to this day.
But anyways, they knew from seeing that if we went up onto that stage, that it would be a goddamn sex bomb.
That's why I was
like an orgy would have broken out. Like it just would have been men, women climbing, ripping. Well,
let's be very clear: men, women. This was a
exactly.
K-6 school.
Yeah. Okay. So
we were in grade 6.
The grade 6ers. We don't need this kind of heat. Like you see on local news,
to put
orgy at Dalewood.
Yeah. Well, this was Lincoln Centennial.
Oh, orgy at Lincoln Centennial. Oh yeah, you're right.
And can I put a little more context to it? We were 1 year older than my daughter currently is.
See, they don't need that kind of heat.
We were 11 and 12 years old. This is how old we were.
Was that how old she is?
Yeah, she turns 11 this next week.
No shit.
Yeah,
right on.
So, when this case, she'll already be 11 by the time.
They have way worse songs out there now. All these girls now they're going to do the thing when the girls are doing WAP. Like oh my God, like what the fuck? Trina, my neck, my back. Like oh yep, she's 12. Everyone.
I love this misunderstanding here because he asked for like $50,000 or $100,000 to do the play. To like really do it upright, and they laughed. He's like, our budget for the whole year is $15,000 for everything. That includes swimming. It's like, well, I don't have any swimming in my play. Yeah, this thing turns around really fast. Oh, I'm getting the Sean Young big time with her now. I'd like to know what he was doing for a living in this town. You don't really find out.
Yeah, what do you think he does?
I feel like he works at a clothing store.
Bite my pillow. You bastard people. Oh, I thought he was coming back in.
No, never.
I totally thought he was coming back.
Yeah.
I feel that maybe he runs like an art store or something. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. He's a very mysterious. I feel like
Very mysterious.
Well, I feel like if you lived in a small town, like I picture something like Gilmore Girls, how everybody is. What?
Wasn't that guy in Gilmore Girls?
No.
Yes, he played Gilmore.
Yes, he was Doug Gilmore.
You sure
we
he's
gotta
not
try
in it?
not to cough directly
I know,
into
sorry,
the
I'm
mic. Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna be a very loud thing that happens. I'm actually gonna set.
He got the old fart bag going.
Yeah, he's always got one prepared.
I'm sure he tells him, "Oh my god." Uh-oh. Oh
Nice.
my god.
Hopefully, we'll have a show.
Hopefully, the go time is 5 days.
That was the one thing I prided myself on, though, when we did the plays and stuff like that in high school. I was always very fast to get off book. That was my. I was like, I want the lines
Down,
so I can
yep.
just go and work on everything else.
Yep.
Because that was the stuff that made me nervous. I was like, I can remember the lines. It's fine. Now I'm gonna say them, and then if I'm not doing something right, then
I would agonize that I would fucking not have the line.
I was lucky there. I never missed a line.
Oh fuck, I did.
I came close.
Remember, I kept cutting off the end of the musical on a boat there.
Yeah.
Everything goes.
Yeah.
Remember, because I had 2 lines.
Anything goes.
The one line,
goes.
everything goes out
Yeah,
at sea,
on
buddy.
our boat.
Everything
I
goes.
played a Chinese person
Everything
in that movie.
goes.
That's place.
Chinese lady that ran the laundry.
They changed it. They changed me to a Texan, so it didn't, come off as
They
too
should. We just got her piece of chicken going.
much. That looks fucking disgusting. She looks like if this didn't go well for her, like that's the end of her life. Like, I guess I'm gonna kill myself. He does look so young in this though. She looks pretty much the same. Hey, like between then and now, this came out in. Oh God, what year was this? It's like 96. This came out, or maybe a little bit later. Oh, I love this. Next week. They went on to win the state championship. I love this. This is me.
I should go bumper bowling, bud.
Oh man, I love.
What year was this?
I think it was 90. I think it was 96. Let me just double check it. We'll get there.
His eyebrows are not like his eyebrows up as they normally are.
Yeah.
I think he's been trimming them here. Once he gets a little bit older, he just lets them go full caterpillar.
Oh God.
Fuck yeah.
They actually join with his hairline at one point. He's creative. This is the way they've all decided to just talk about gay people. They're very creative.
It's true.
This
is the director. Apparently his wife. There was like that skit on SNL where it was Lyle, the effeminate heterosexual, and just the name of the skit is the only thing that made like the whole skit was just like, well, like somebody's like, who's there at the door? And he's like, oh, hey, Mr. Mailman. And it's like, how's it going? And he's like, oh, here's your copy of Sports Illustrated. It's the swimsuit issue. He's like, oh, geez, look at how hot these tarts are, right?
I remember that. I remember that.
And then somebody comes up to him and he's like, I got you this because he's like, why would you give me this? And they're like, well, I thought you were gay. And he's like, whoa. And that's like the entire skit.
That was
like, wow.
That's 1990s SNL.
Heterosexual. And then his wife too, what's her name? Pat. What's her name?
Julia Sweeney.
Julia Sweeney. And she gives him like some dude thing. He's like, what's this for? She's like, well, I thought you were gay. And then what? If you now, I'll guarantee you, it would make $1 bazillion.
Yeah.
If we made literally on purpose like the world's most offensive like show. Like
Okay.
on purpose, like you are the Asian lady that runs the laundry. You know what I mean? Then there's like, you know what I mean? Just like, oh my God, like what a show. I'll bet we make $1 trillion.
I don't want it to hurt my presidential
Standings.
I know not being an American hurts that already, so I can't afford to.
But you have to have
any other dings
everybody
against me.
involved so that it's not. Right? If you play the Asian woman, then the Asian woman has to play a black guy, you know, and so forth and so on.
Naturally.
Yes.
But then you take one, and then you go through that whole thing, and then you're like, but nobody will make fun of a white. Or you just have somebody come out and go, macaroni and cheese. Oh, well, like,
No, it would have to be more in the context. We're not just bringing out stereotypes. They have to be within the story.
No.
A deep, intricate story.
Everybody else, that's the case. The white guy comes out and goes, where's the macaroni and cheese?
I know. Look at how skinny Piper Paraboo is.
That's not all her name. Her name's Parker Posey.
Oh, well, she's
Piper
just as skinny as
Parabo,
she should
also
be
a
then.
person. Yes, yeah, she's the proper skinny for a Parker, not for a Piper. Yeah. Smell.
Oh, here we go. It's coming together.
Yeah.
Stool the musical. She should be no problem to pick up.
Yeah, he probably
She's
didn't even
tiny
steal
in
her.
this.
Yeah.
What was she in where she was the bad guy and I really liked her in it?
Blade Trinity?
What?
She was the bad guy in Blade Trinity.
Oh, I saw she was the bad guy in something else too, and I was just like, I like her as the bad guy. What the frig? It
Would
wasn't.
you guys stop talking about your dicks? It provokes my envy.
Penis envy. I have it.
Precisely. Oh, this is one of my favorite scenes of the whole thing. So they're talking about how he wouldn't have glasses for some of the scenes because glasses didn't exist.
I've recently gotten into the big ones too, man. I like it. It's way better.
Because now your peripherals are like unmatched.
Exactly.
Do you know how much I love this set that we don't have to set anything up? Literally all I did was push the table aside.
Well, I am proud for you.
Oh man, life is so
You're supposed to pull it like the fucking Rice Krispie commercial, pretend like it was the hardest fucking thing. It took you all day.
Well, what's going to happen is when we get the new desk, I'm actually going to pull it back out just so we have just because this area of the background I want gone. But aside from that, everything's cool.
What background?
Just like on the side here, like you can see my washing machine.
Ah, come on.
So
whatever.
I just want to slide it back a couple feet, but little lazy eye. Good God. It's so big. Like, you know what I mean? For to have an extreme close up
You
and
like
do
fall
like
off the
big,
fucking. Man, does this ever look like friggin' Godrich?
Yeah. Let's look it up. Let's see where it was shot. Well,
And there's no way it would be Godrich. They talk about it every day in Godrich.
Yeah.
It'd be on like a sign.
yeah, no, I knew somebody from Godrich. They would have mentioned it to me.
Exactly.
There was a Lockhart, Texas. They shot it.
Lockhart, Texas. What a nice place.
I like this guy.
Oh, you.
I love it. This is a wonderful twist too.
Uh-oh. Now the play has to be held underwater.
Even better than this. It's something I saw coming a million miles away, because this is about essentially what's happening is Matt Keesler's character is dropping out of the play. But like I saw that a million because he has nothing to say during the entire thing. He's just there. And I'm like, I feel like he's not gonna be in this. The good looking guy who was in the play.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah.
Uh-oh, somebody's got to be in the play.
Yeah. Technically, you can do that. There's such thing as understudies.
This is when they get Tracy Morgan.
I will get this town pregnant. Blaine. That's a person's name, not a city.
Day of the show, bud. Looks like they're filling in.
Yeah. I like this because that's the one thing about small town. If you do something like this, everybo's gonna be at it. That's why, like like when a high school football game happened, the whole team.
Is there?
What? No.
She's like trying to step him into the pants, and he's like, "I'm trying to commit to one side here, lady."
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, "What the fuck?"
Well, that was actually something I didn't know as a young man. But if you're asked when you're like getting a suit tailored, if you dress left or dress right, that's what that means. What side do you put your dick on?
Oh,
So if they ask you,
sort of right in the middle.
Yeah,
it's not kind of an innie.
I was gonna say, yeah, mine just kind of pokes in and waits for danger.
Exactly.
It's like, you know those dogs that have tongues that are really long, so just the little tip always sticks out? That's kind of what's happening with me.
Well, that does mean you have a huge cock. There's a little bit sticking out.
No, it's like,
right.
no, it's not that impressive.
Mine's a sexual iceberg.
Yes.
It's like there's a lot under the surface.
His asshole is full of dick, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
And if you get at least a good couple people to hold everything down,
Yeah.
when that rocket fires off, you got 2 inches of heaven, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
You get
Todd actually has piercings down there, so you could like go into the straps. And, like,
exactly.
it's
It's like when they hold down Buddy in like Gulliver's Travels or whatever.
No, I was gonna say what you do is you get cables around and then you have one of those cinch things in the back, so you like crank it.
The old crank. It reminds me of this guy.
Oh my
It was one
God,
of
it
these
should not remind you
It
of
was
this
one
guy.
of these TikToks or whatever it was. It was this guy.
TikTok.
He's at like UFC, and they're showing on his phone the guy that's like sitting kind of behind and over, and all of a sudden he's like, "Twist his dick." And like he stands up and he's like, "Twist his dick." He's like, "Give him the old dick twist."
Did you ever see?
And then he just sits down, and they're like,
That's
"What the
amazing.
fuck?" Like,
Did you ever see the Japanese wrestling match where the guy grabbed the other guy by the dick and then the guy's dick fought back and hurt the other guy?
Oh no, that was the worst wrestler. You do know that Ken Shamrock actually fought that fucking goofball and did that shit. He was sued. His name was whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
He's such a piece of garbage. But yes, his penis would wrestle.
Yeah.
If I was anybody, I would be like, I don't give a shit what you're paying me. I am not going in that ring and grabbing that guy's fucking dick.
Yeah, I'll grab his dick, but not.
Yeah, I'm not going to fuck that.
Yeah, but I'll grab his dick because he's not asking me to.
I cannot fucking think of what his name. And I remember him being in a match with Brandy Rhodes, which I don't know what the hell they were thinking. He was like grabbing her tits the whole match, and like
That's not
like
acceptable.
that was like one of his moves. Like he puts, but she is agreed to it.
Yeah,
Like it's the move he does.
Yeah.
He picks you up this
But
way, but he
again,
grabs her by the boobs, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ! Like,
agreed to it is still not. It's
what
still a
the fuck was his name?
Yeah, agreed to is still a slippery area though, because agreed to is she did it, but she was afraid she was probably going to get fired.
Oh no way, no! I don't think it was like that at all.
Yeah.
What the hell was his goddamn name? But yes, I remember Ken Shamrock doing it, and being like he grabs his dick, and then Ken Shamrock goes woo, and he flips himself over because the guy's penis like
I didn't
did
think
a move.
I didn't
like,
think that he was that like agile to do that. So hey, good for him.
puppetry of the penis. That's
Yeah.
where he should go now.
I
But now
kind
that
of
he's been
wanted to see.
fired from
When I was
wrestling,
in Vegas, I
it's
kind of
killing
wanted
me
to
that I
see
can't
it.
think of his fucking name.
I don't know. I think it's probably for the best that we don't
Yes,
know.
good, exactly.
This is
Fuck the
probably
guy.
like I'm very shocked that you have this level of.
I know.
Like
when did they get the orchestra ready?
Yeah,
Is that Stephen Colbert?
Yeah. Like you would think that maybe like it would be like high school students or something like that, but
Like when did they get these guys together?
yeah, I was like they brought these guys in from St. Louis.
Oh my god.
Didn't. The eyeliner, man. This is the kind of stuff I just couldn't wrap my head around as like a 16-year-old lad with the stage makeup. Like I did it, but I made a girl do it for me because I knew I wouldn't be able to do it to myself like properly. I was like the eyeliner, I'd like just draw giant like raccoon circles around my eye. I'm like, did I do good? But yeah, this is a legit crowd that was brought in to watch this though. This isn't like friends and family or anything
Right.
like that.
I like, this guy's an old, drunken guy living next to a fire when he watches a whole room of people like take about an hour to sit down, and then he thinks that they snuck up on him.
Yeah. So all of the songs that were written for this play were all written by Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer.
Oh, nice.
So Spinal Tap wrote everything for this. And actually, in the original script for this, a tornado actually destroyed the gym before the play ever happened, so there was no play. So I think they decided that would be a really shitty lack of payoff, so they decided to write a play instead.
Right, they like to not see the play. Mm-hmm. The play's starting, the end. Right, we're going through the curtain. End.
Yeah. Finn. I do love object work. Billy Whitaker.
That guy always gets the good roles.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I do love Blaine Fabin.
So there's somebody there to sit that's reserved that they're not there. Is that supposed to be Guffman?
That's supposed to be Guffman's
right.
seat, yeah. This is my favorite thing. So when Fred Willard...
he just has his glasses on.
Yeah.
He looks like some old Russian guy.
Yeah. Listen to this. So when Fred Willard... Because literally he looks at Fred Willard when Fred Willard said that, they had to stop this play, and he was laughing for 10 minutes straight. They had to stop everything so he could calm down and they could get back into it.
Who was laughing?
Fred Willard, because he didn't know he didn't know that his eyes were going to look like that, and he didn't know why. He knew the line, "What did your keen and perceptive eyes say?" But he didn't know that there was a joke behind it. The eyebrows were puppeteered by Phil Tippett.
He looks like one of the dudes from The Kingsman, the new preview they showed.
Oh yeah. He's a low rent version of what's his name? Why can't I think? Rasputin.
He looks like the guy from Straight Outta Downton. Oh, here we go.
Are you gonna watch The Gilded Age, which is American Downton?
Fucking right, I'm gonna.
All right.
If it's got Buddy's name on it, man, I'm on it.
Nice.
Whatever his name is. Who?
John Downton?
Yes. Yeah. John Downton. And
what if Charles Band directed?
Oh my God. I don't know. See, I can't remember his name either. But whatever. Watch Downton. I love Downton. I love Downton more than fucking Faker on Marvel. Oh yeah, this place picking up now.
Oh, they're into it. I like that this is just a big, how long was this play, do you think? How long were they sitting here to watch this play?
Well, after the laughing and the...
Yeah. But I'm just saying, as a play, this is Blaine. And
I think the play was probably exactly what they're showing us. I bet it was an hour.
An hour? Okay.
Matt, that'd be great though if the show was 4 hours.
I always love that when you watch people do a musical number and everybody's in one spot and you see them all Now he can start to wear glasses again.
Oh, there you go. You're doomed. He's the "you're doomed" guy.
I do love a lot of costume changes. I never really had to do this.
No, neither did I.
Even when we did War Show, where we did play other characters, we just wore the same thing and then put on a different hat.
Yeah, or a mustache.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there he is.
I already had my mustache.
Way to show up halfway through the fucking show, but I don't even know what's going on. Oh wait, they haven't gotten to the stools yet, so
yeah, we're getting there. I love this line. What about Blaine? Ooh, inside joke for the locals.
Because he is the...
Yeah. I wonder if that was on purpose or not. It's pretty good.
There it is.
I make them. It just makes me want to watch a lot of local theater.
I know, right? I miss Cable 10.
Yeah.
And everything's, you know what I mean? Everything's all commercialized, and we can't just get free fucking TV.
Well, it's still
I want to
there.
be the new Captain Video.
It still exists. Just
I know where
nobody's
Captain
making
Video lives.
So do I.
Well,
Let's go.
let's do it, man.
Let's go fucking kill him. No.
Kill. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Take his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll
That'll be
have his
cool.
warrants.
You got. We haven't found you in years.
Nope.
Like, you're going to jail. He's been hiding out in his house forever because he's not allowed to leave. So when they see you out with his face, you're in jail.
I saw him at a Canadian Tire one time.
No fucking way. Was he getting crazy?
No, he's just a human who was buying like
Just
tie
a
wraps or something.
human.
But he was there, and then somebody yelled out, "They're like Captain Video." And he's like, "Hey," and I'm just like, "All right, I'm not gonna say hello." He doesn't seem like he's down.
Well, what the fuck? Give me Captain Video, not want like.
Yeah.
I want one of these commemorative waiting for Guffman stools. They
I
should
know.
have given this out for promotional materials.
Everybody look under your seat. No, it is your seat. It's a great song. So I have to explain that was a regular camera. People used to bring small cameras
Oh my God.
with them
Yeah,
to
did you
take
see that? I'm
photos.
surprised the flash didn't. Oh my God.
Look at that stage crew.
I don't mean to play again, man. What the fuck?
I know. I like as well that their industrial age was making stools.
Yeah.
The actual physical music that's accompanying the lyrics, though, is like almost too good for the music.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a bad show, actually.
Yeah, I'd go
Shit,
see
yeah.
this. How amazing would it be if they did for like charity or something? This cast did this play for like a charity thing.
Are they all alive still?
Yeah. Well, Fred Willard's dead. He died, but you can get somebody good to be him.
If you dug his body up and used his corpse, he'd probably be laughing his head off from wherever he is.
Oh my God. He's making everybody else laugh their head off. That's how I get into heaven. He's got the gods distracted.
They get to sneak in the old back door.
Yeah. They're all like, "Oh my God, stop it. You just can't. You're non-stop laughs. We've been laughing for 200 years. I live to be 240. By the way.
Of course you do.
And
just intermission.
yes, that's the intermission.
I always thought, about this play, and then it turned out that it was real.
Yeah.
I think hopefully it sucked so that when I do it, it'll be way better. She really reminds me of Blossom.
Really?
I feel like I know this woman, and I feel like she's a demon in the sack.
Yes.
Anyway, so the play is like, you're going to see a play.
Yeah.
And it is like the worst thing you have ever seen.
Yes.
And like shit is going, but that's the point of the play. Like, you don't tell them that.
Yeah.
You're like, Hamlet.
Yeah.
Like, his dancing as thick as it's ever been. And then when you're like, they're tripping and like a girl rips her top off on a nail or something and like the set falls down and like, shit, like just crazy shit.
I like that amongst your foibles is still a girl who ends up naked. It just happens and the tits are out.
Yeah. Yes.
Then all the stagehands all come all over her.
Well, come on now. This is supposed to be camp. They ain't no come in camp. Okay?
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know the rules, bud.
I understand.
You know the
I
rules.
apologize.
No come in camp.
I love this. He's just he's got such like a Nazi haircut.
Oh, I could totally see him playing a frozen ex-dead Nazi.
I love.
Who is he? Oh, he reminds me of Buddy with the bleeding eye from
Frighteners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Is he that guy?
Oh, he reminds me of him. Yeah.
I meant the guy. What's his name from Bond?
Oh, yes, I know
He's a kissing crying blood that happens all the time when they play poker.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
I don't think he hit you with that.
Nobody's munching popcorn in the play.
No, you got to respect this play. The twinkle lights. I love it because he's just
like so happy.
with those. You're just gonna have to go ahead and assume that everybody in the war back then cheated, because there was no like coming home for a weekend and then flying back out or something like that. It would take you a month to get there and a month to get back.
Right.
I like how they play like the love interests too all the time when he's a considerably older gay man. Oh my god, this acting is so good. Just the little missteps too, like those are so things that are so on purpose that are just like doing bad on purpose is so much harder. Because that's what usually happens.
It probably is, actually.
Oh, that 100% is. Well, think about like the bad movies we watch that are like, like think about a Troll 2 and we're like, oh my god, that's hilarious.
Troll 2.
But then think about a movie where they tried to do that and you're like, because they were trying to make a comedy out of the horror, right? They're like, oh, we're gonna make them laugh at this.
A horror comedy. Oh god.
Always.
All the cheap ones are like fucking horror comedies.
Yeah. But like it always falls flat because they're like, oh, okay, well, we know we're not gonna be able to hit them and make like a scary, badass movie. So we'll just make a funny, campy, whatever. And then it's like, in the second they start trying to be funny, it's immediately not funny. Oh, there's a face in the moon.
Yeah, the man in the moon. The person, sorry, oh my god. How are we now? Yeah, what is this here? Is he still the man in the moon? What is he? Has anything gone on with him?
Well,
anything lately?
No, I think just as human beings, we recognize that there's no person, that there's no person in the moon, and that's like.
Well, I don't like the man in the moon.
Yeah,
it's the person in the moon.
Maybe it's the moon in the person.
That's not. Oh my god! You can take a person off the moon. But, yep, that's right. Oh, look, see?
You can take a person on the moon, and thank God, or NASA would have had a real headache on their hands PR-wise.
What the fuck? Look at me. They're like,
he's so good.
He's like, oh my god, that was amazing.
God, I would be so, how excited I would be to be at this thing. Like if somebody was like, oh yeah, this cast is putting together this show, come and watch. And I'd be like, oh my god. That's the best. So their claim is that they had the first, like Roswell wasn't the first.
Right, exactly. That's before the aliens landed here to get a stool.
This is so good. I love
because you know why? Because their seats in their airplane were so shitty that they needed to come and get a stool. He's like, whoa!
Oh, this is really good too. Wait, walking in. That's so good.
I want to play.
Oh my god, I want to do this so bad.
They're all like, "Oh my god!"
I didn't notice the loudspeaker up at the top here.
Oh my god, this better be a musical number.
Yeah. So the problem is they don't have the. They cut out the song. I love that. They cut out the song. There was a song in this called Nothing Ever Happens in Blame,
right?
Which actually this song is like a callback to. But like the fact that it's not there, you're just kind of like, oh, what? Because you'll see these guys react to it pretty big. Like, oh, hey. But watch this. See, like people are laughing and they're like, oh. But like there's no reason to have reacted like that unless there's a callback, right? His outfit looks kind of like a Power Rangers outfit.
It does, actually.
I was actually saying today I was watching an episode of Superstore, and Apollo Ono was like, he had a really brief cameo. I was like, he looks like he would have been one of the original Power Rangers. Like if he took off his belt buckle and yelled the dinosaur's name, I totally buy it.
Take his belt. Brontosaurus!
I want a beanie so bad. I just want to be a person who unironically wears a beanie around.
Okay, like, so you are shit talking me because I want to get my head tattooed. Yes. Flames like Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah.
But you're going to wear one of those.
Well, two reasons. One, mine's not permanent. So if I decide that I don't want to do it anymore, that's great. Two, I don't then grow my hair over it and then make it completely superfluous.
No, that's the point. You can take it away. It's like a you know, a mullet, like party in the front, you know, in the back.
If you were a real man, you'd make it a brand. So even when your hair grew back around it, that hair wouldn't grow. So then you would have like a crop circle in the middle of your hair.
I always wondered about like the healing process because your hair is still growing. Are you supposed to be like shaving your head constantly and like ripping all the scabs off and everything?
You'd probably have to take a few weeks off of shaving your head. Like I don't know what the rules would be.
Let's try it out on you first.
Okay. I don't want to.
And then when I see your hair doesn't grow back, I won't want to do it because I'll be scared mine won't. And then I won't do it, but you'll have a cool head tattoo.
This is how fast this really went because this is essentially the end of the movie. They do like an epilogue kind of thing to kind of get it up to time, but we're only at like an hour 10.
What a weird movie!
It's so man,
like what the fuck?
So beautifully weird. The other two just destroy it in terms of like how big they go. But like I've said a million times in this episode.
It's like, that's your husband? Who are you waving at?
I love their... Apparently they did an alternate ending thing where in the epilogue you find out that he's with Corky now. And they're a couple.
Oh,
which would have been
I know, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh, the thing is they come up with so many... they come up with so many different like ideas and stuff like that. And it's like some things might not hit as hard for them.
Here we go.
There we go. Look at the beanie. You can see, look at the beanie.
Yes. And the rims keep spinning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I want something that I've done to be called Bafo Sacco. Can somebody please review this in YouTube, like comment below and tell us that this episode was Bafo Sacco? I will love you forever. You don't get anything, but if you do it,
just pride.
Yeah, you get the pride to be the person who did exactly what they were told.
Exactly. That's something good in this day and age.
Because what better way? Heroes. What better way to interact with a video podcast than to be told what to do, then do it?
What did he just say to him?
What? Oh, so he's basically been talking like he said, "Do you think we have a chance to be on Broadway?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And now he's like, "Let's go meet the cast." I want that America. That looks like it's Kid Rock's hat. That America top hat.
Don't tell me how to live.
I feel like you are instantly cursed by just saying, "My name is Kid."
I love that he was so upset that people were upset at his shitty like freedom of speech song.
Yeah.
So when people exercised their freedom of speech to tell him how shitty it was, he got upset.
Oh, it always goes that way. I'm the one with the freedom of speech, not you.
Let's play a huge check.
That'd be amazing. He sounds like he's a slightly special guy.
Yes. Yeah.
You make me laugh. Mr. Guffman. Dr. Loomis. Wow, some like great uncle. His present to his newborn great niece is a fucking balloon that he found.
They thought that was Guffman.
Yeah. Yeah, Guffman never shows up.
Well, shit.
That would have been
the end of the movie. He looks at the camera. Shit.
Yeah. That would have been a very funny... That would have been a very funny thing, though, to have some giant star be Guffman, and then at the very end, like just have him show up and just go. Frankly, I heard it was going to be a total nightmare, so I just didn't go.
Was the show only one day?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like the thing to cap off the sesquicentennial there.
What are they all sad about? What the hell happened?
Well, because they all thought they all had their chance to like get
go
out.
to
They
Broadway.
legitimately thought they were all going to be on Broadway.
I'm so heartbroken.
I love that level of hope, though. Don't get me wrong. 3 months later, it's just all graves with all their names on it.
It was a mass suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Corky Romano.
That would have been amazing. He went to South Beach.
Is he like working at the resort as like the
better?
Was he a dentist or something?
He was a dentist, yes.
I'm loving that shirt.
I know. Playing for the seniors.
What a gig.
Nice. They made it to Hollywood. They had never left Blaine too prior to that. They were travel agents who had never traveled outside it. What a great line.
So they're probably like the people who pick up the shit after the horse takes a big dump.
Yeah. I always love how he coaches her.
So what the hell were they doing?
They're now extras in like
just like whatever,
yeah. Ruins the property. Ooh. New nut flavor.
I know, look at that, eh? Nothing else like them. Love that. I just love that.
Hey, Dairy Queen, use this if you want. I love me a peanut butter parfait.
Oh fuck! I like a ice cream cake.
Just the whole one.
Fuck yeah, bud. He doesn't fit. There's too much shit in the freezer. You gotta give her.
I don't cut it. I just pick it up and just,
exactly. Just get at her.
After 2 bites, and you're just crying instantly
because your brain is fucking gone back to the goddamn Stone Age.
And then all that's left is that giant, like petrified disc in the middle.
Yep.
And you're like biting, you're like trying to bite through it.
I got these cookies from my aunt.
Yeah.
They're like in a huge box. And the cookies were like a hamburger patty. Yeah. Was like each cookie. That's what I had for breakfast, man. It was fucking, I was hyped.
Yeah.
It could crash pretty hard though.
Yeah, don't crash that hard, baby.
Crash hard.
You don't want to crash.
Where is he? LA?
He's in New York.
Oh.
So Mort Guffman, he met Mort Guffman and he felt so bad, so he gave him a role in a play. But he runs this like little store. Cockney persuade. That sounds Cockney to me. Yeah. I love this store that he has.
Oh, here you go. See, this is totally where I picture him like.
Yeah, but now he's in the other thing, so you can see some interesting things there. This one's interesting. So My Dinner with Andre. So here's what's interesting, because Wallace Shawn is in My Dinner with Andre, and they tried to get him to be in this in the movie, and he wanted to do it, but they couldn't figure out where he would fit in and all that.
They go like My Dinner with Andre. Like
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Action fucking figures.
And the one looks more like Larry from the Three Stooges, but that's not
totally.
But yeah, so they couldn't get Wallace Shawn to be like, they couldn't find a spot for Wallace Shawn to be in the movie. So as a concession, he gave him those My Dinner with Andre action figures, and he still like has them prominently placed in his home. Action figures for Das Boot. There's but
it's sweating.
So good. I always love the written by though, because it's like they actually won for best.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah. There was the Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy, by the way, had my favorite tweet of all time. Somebody, I think it was in Italy.
The remains of the day lunchbox.
Yeah. So I think it was in Italy. Somebody actually took a dead body into a bank to try and get out his money and stuff like that. Andrew McCarthy was in the city where that happened. He's like, just because I'm here doesn't mean that it has shit to do with me. So these are their I like this again. This is like the cheapest possible ending they could have done for it.
I mean, they broke the budget with $4 million.
Yeah. I feel like they spent like half of the budget on these caricatures. God, how much would you love if you were in this movie? How much would you love to have one of those caricatures?
I wanted that scene going way longer.
Oh, God.
The remains of the day lunchbox.
It does go longer. There's more.
I want the lunchbox so bad. I don't know why I find that so funny.
Because it's just so off, right?
Like, what the fuck? I forgot about that movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Such a good one. But that is, look at this. We just crossed
the
an hour.
Parker Posey one's looking good.
Yeah. That one's good,
Good
too.
old Fred Willard.
I miss him.
I could go for being Simpsons-ized. Like they can take a picture and that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I can't believe they got him to do that. He's he's not that busy, I guess.
Well, it's not like it was the guy doing
it. Was Matt Groening.
Matt Groening did it for us.
Of course.
No doubt. There was a guy who actually was he was at Comic-Con a couple times, and he was like a Simpsons
animator.
And he wasn't like the animators are all Korean, but he was like the conceptual guys who actually worked out of Fox, and he would do it for you. And I was like, that counts, because that's a guy who legit worked on the show, right?
Oh my God, this sounds like they're going into one of the songs from Three Amigos.
Yeah. Turk Pipkin. What a name. That was the
David
ping pong
Cross.
Number. So let's see. Oh, yeah, he's not credited in it.
Not Guffman, Paul Benedict.
I like that. They could have called him Roy Loomis, because he did give his name. Ginger Sledge is a fantastic name. I am the associate producer, Ginger Sledge. Now let's all have a good time. God damn it. Nice. I don't know any of these people. Imagine look through these and one of them was somebody huge and oh, Peter Berg was the second assistant
Peter Berg. Well, you never know, right? They always cut their teeth on these kind of fucking things, right?
Oh, no doubt.
I keep seeing my buddy's name, Bill Butler, in the credits.
Uh-oh.
And I'm always or you see somebody's name, you're like, oh, fuck yeah.
Well, a guy I went to college with he's produced his second big Canadian show. He produced Letterkenny.
In a way.
And he's now producer of I can't remember what it's called. Something with children.
It's probably going to be arrested soon.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know a guy.
I don't remember, but it's a big
whose
deal.
brother makes movies.
Yeah.
Okay. He's worked on the Paw Patrol movie. He's worked on. So I think that mine is more impressive than yours.
No, I agree. I totally agree. What was the show I didn't want you to my brother-in-law was just talking to me. We were talking. There was a show he's watching, and he's like,
he was talking to me too. Tell me how much of a fucking asshole you are.
Yeah, no, he was. He's friends with his friend's girlfriend or something. Works on this one show right now as a stunt person / actor.
That's pretty cool. Actually.
And I can't remember what it was now.
Just say Matrix.
The Matrix.
Whoa, you win!
It was Keanu something. I don't know.
You're going to say Ray's actually like Keanu Goodman.
Yes.
Who is, the key grip boy. I literally just stole a name from there. I couldn't even make any. There's all these names. I couldn't make a name up. They're right there.
Yeah. Well, at least you didn't just find something like John Keyboard.
Yeah. Lightning crashes. The placenta hits the floor.
Yes.
Teacher's pet sounds like a teacher's pet.
Covered Wagons, Open-Toed Shoes, written by Michael McKean and Christopher Guest. Stool Boom, Harry Shearer and Christopher Guest. Penny for Your Thoughts, Michael McKean. That strikes me as a Michael McKean song, because Michael McKean wrote Kiss at the End of the Rainbow, him and Annette O'Toole, his wife.
Right.
And that was nominated for an Oscar from one of these
No
things.
shit.
But the movie that Christopher Guest directed that not enough people talk about was Almost Heroes.
What's that?
Almost Heroes is the one Christopher Guest movie that nobody talks enough about.
I love that movie.
I remember everybody hated that movie except you and me.
I know. I was like, I love this movie,
We were in the
man.
theaters and it was just a bunch of stone faces. And there's that scene where where he's looking through like the telescope or whatever, or like the like, and he's like, whoa, and we just were dying.
And then he picks up the shit. He's like, there's buffalo over there. He's like, you know that there's buffalo over there just by smelling the droppings? He's like, no, I can see them. And then he just goes,
why are you? It's a great one. And then like I ate sheep shit.
I put not one, but 2 dollops of sheep shit into my cousin's pudding. And then when he came back, he ate it. Every last bite. Shit pudding. And then he sits down, and then probably he's like, oh yeah. I don't have a cousin. I ate sheep shit. Like, he forgets the ending, right? Like,
that's so
tell him the end, tell him the good part.
That's great. All right, guys, that is the end of this one. This is like one of the shortest episodes we've ever done, even counting our mini episodes. Thank you
our
so
mini
much.
episodes are like twice as long as these fucking things.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure if you are watching on YouTube, hit the like, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. Get notified. Find out when we're doing things, because we're going to actually, in the near future, we have some more extra videos aside, other than just these episodes coming out. We're going to be reacting to a movie that we got a screener for and a few other things.
That's exciting. It's about time, baby.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff like that, so make sure you get notified so you know when those come
I
out.
don't want to ruin it, but it's a movie called The Batman.
Yeah. And we'll be here with the star of it.
Oh, sorry. I pronounced it wrong. It's The Batman.
Yes.
And it stars
Batman.
Rutger Hauer as Batman.
It's
Casper Van Dien is the Joker.
Yes. Oh my God.
Lorenzo Lamas plays the Penguin.
Still Paul Dano still playing the Riddler. That was weird. he signed on to a weird package deal.
Well, because I love when they come out with like the only movies I really watch anymore. Like the if Moonfall is coming out, then this is like The Moon Falls.
Yeah.
Starring
like Transmorphers.
The stand-in of Casper Van Dien from.
Those are my favorite because they did Atlantic Rim, which was hilarious. They did Transmorphers. And what they do is they make the cover look almost identical to the other one. And then put it up so then when you're going through because even with chargebacks, they still get money. No, but like when you go on pay-per-view and you go and you're like, oh, Transformers, boom, and you go and then it's Transmorphers. Oh, fuck this. And they go, I want my money back or whatever. They still get paid. Because somebody clicked on it, right? So it's like the company gives back the money. I'm the guy who
clicked on Transformers. Was like, oh, this isn't Transmogrifiers. This is Transformers.
Yeah. God damn it! All right, guys. All our socials and stuff are below. I'm not going to go through the whole thing anymore. It's a long time now. We do too many things. So until next time.
Wow.
We'll see you later with a coming attractions episode and all that good stuff.
It was weird you're not seeing the whole thing.
I know.
You should have a tape and just press a button like the fire machine.
It's just too much. All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. Bye.